Kenny Smith's comments about Sabrina during the three-point showdown show his bias towards women when it comes to basketball. But what I'm going to talk about is the process Kenny should go through so that he can become a better ally towards women. So if I were Kenny, what would I do? First step, acknowledge my mistake. Without actually acknowledging that we've made a mistake, we can't do any of the other steps. We can't grow. The second step I would take is not let the criticism get in the way of me seeing this as an opportunity for growth. I would use the criticism as a data point showing myself that this is an opportunity for me to grow. This is a place where I could do some self-reflection and actually grow as a human being and actually become a better ally for women. So I would try not to get defensive when reading all the backlash that's coming my way. Third thing I would do is I would ask myself why I think Sabrina should shoot from the women's line even though she performed just as well as all the men in the men's three-point contest. This is the hardest part. You have to see and hear your bias for yourself and then start picking that apart. I can't answer those for Kenny. He's got to do that himself. The third step is the biggest one, the hardest one, takes the most time, and it's the most self-reflective part of this process as well. Now, the fourth part of the solution is go through the situation again and how would you handle it differently? Now that you know why your bias is there, now that you have acknowledged that your bias is incorrect, how would you go through that process and how would you have done it differently? I would actually practice this because practice makes you better. Saying the words out loud, actually praising Sabrina for her performance, practice doing that. Practice praising the women in your sport because guess what, Kenny? This isn't going backwards. This is only going forwards. All right, the fifth and the final step is to congratulate yourself. You've acknowledged your bias, you've gone through the reflective process, and you've gone through and practiced how you would do it differently. That won't erase what happened, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, but it's how we respond to those mistakes and how we actually try and not make it happen again. That's what counts. The more that we do this process, the more that we actually become better allies to women. Our biases don't disappear overnight. They don't just snap of a finger and they're gone and all of a sudden you're a perfect ally to it. You have to work at it. You got to put these reps in. And the thing is I know we can do it. I know men, we can do it. The easy out is to say everybody's dumb and just sweep it under the rug and move forward as if nothing bad happened. And Kenny, if you want somebody to go through this process with you, be a sounding board, I'm happy to be that guy.